Hello and welcome back to Tesori Home. Today we are showing you 5 of your favorite living rooms from our Design Within Reach home tour series. To see the full home tours, make sure to check out the links in the description below and let us know which is your favorite living room in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Enjoy! Why don't you tell us a bit about the pieces in here? Steals, splurges, just talk about it all.
I want to preface that it took almost 5 years for the room to get to where it is. I say it to my clients, and I think it's always important to invest in your upholstery first. So that's what we did. We bought the couch.
Nice.
And that was sort of like, my husband wanted a big, cozy, comfy couch, and I kind of wanted an in-between. So we started with the 6-penny couch, and we love it. And I kind of built the rest of the room from that. We built the coffee table. These are from old pine, I think they were barnwood floors that we made into. I wanted something low that you could put your feet up on, and that kind of expanded the full width of the couch. And that was really hard to find pre-made.
Yeah.
Whether I looked on Marketplace or anything even that I could buy new. So we wound up making it. Over the mantle, those are my great-grandmother's. That's my great-grandmother's art, which I have kind of throughout the house. She's always been a huge source of inspiration for me.
I love your pine table in the corner there.
So this was actually a Marketplace find. I think if I had to pick a favorite Marketplace find, this would be it.
Amazing.
I love it. I don't know how old it is. The woman had no history on it. She was just getting rid of it. I think I got it for $40.
Wow.
And it's one of my favorite pieces. I had it in a guest room, and I was like, it's too pretty to put in a guest room. I want to look at it all the time.
Yeah.
So I moved it out here.
I'm obsessed with this tree in the corner and that big pot.
I made the planter. I made a lot of things in here. I made that. That was actually one of my first DIYs.
Okay, you have to explain yourself.
A planter of that size, I could have never.
Because they're so expensive. I thought you were gonna say that was one of your splurges because I've looked for planters like that. Oh my gosh, you have to tell me.
We wound up making this custom mold with like PVC pipes, and then what is it? It's hypertufa mix, so it's cement, and then the peat moss, and then I forget what else goes. Perlite, I think, goes in there.
Okay.
And you mix that all up, and then you kind of just form it until you built it up. It took me like 3 weeks.
I'm gonna put your Instagram here so that people can go and look at your tutorial. You said it's like somewhere on your Instagram.
I have it for the coffee table. I have it for the planter. That's not a fun one, but it's worth it in the end.
Okay. I love your candle sconces. Where did you get them?
I wonder where I got them. This little shop. I went to Tesori to have no one pronounce it. Okay. I'm gonna butcher it now. We should probably redo that.
No, it's Tesori. Okay. No, but it makes me so happy seeing them in your home.
And your other sconces are my favorite too. You guys have the best stuff.
Thank you so much. I had to do that. All right, why don't we go?
I do think they add so much to the space, though. I'm obsessed with them.
Oh, I'm so glad.
These are everything. I have them lit all the time.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I love them. Love this room. This is like where we hang out the most. So most of our furniture is secondhand. I have a few items like the sofa that I have gotten from brands, but most of these items are things that Eric and I collected over years of thrifting, looking for things on Facebook, and kind of filling the house with really what we could afford and like put in our budget because we don't have a huge furniture budget. And also I just prefer buying antiques and older pieces of furniture. I find generally that they're higher quality and they're just more in the style that I like.
I really want to take a look at your mantle over here because I love what you've done with it. Now, I feel like when I've seen this particular spot on your Instagram, you've had a few iterations of this.
Yes, yeah.
So how did it evolve? Talk to me a little about that.
So it was painted when we bought the house. It was already painted. It was just painted white because I am not like the hugest fan of painting brick. If it had been original, I probably would have just like left it that way, but because it was already painted, we wanted to like paint it a different color. So the first thing we did was we painted it blue, and we painted like this top part and the base blue, which is really pretty. And we liked it. It was actually the same color as our door, but I just was ready for a change, and I felt like it was a little bit dark and heavy in the space. And so that was when we painted it this. This is Setting Plaster by Farrow and Ball, and then this is a wallpaper by Sandberg Wallpapers. And I just had this extra in my basement, like leftover wallpaper. And then we had some of this paint, and I was like, I'm just gonna try and see what it looks like. And then we ended up really liking it, and I brought in blue. I love to collect blue china and dishes in general, so brought that in. I have, just a lot of, this is like very chaotic. This is a good example of kind of how I like to collect things. I have a ton of dog figurines that I love to collect, and I kind of look for whenever I'm at an antique store or a vintage shop. And then I always have people ask me about these baskets.
Yes.
I am addicted to thrifting baskets. I love baskets. I love the color. I love the texture. I love the utility of them. And I always have people ask me, they're like, your house is gonna burn down because these baskets are right over your fireplace. But this fireplace doesn't work, so we're good. It's safe. It's not gonna burn down.
You just saved yourself like 100 comments.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
It's not gonna burn down. It doesn't work. Just for a look. It just stays like this.
Okay, so this is our, I want to even say like our winter room. This is where we live in the winter. We have a gas fireplace, and that is on literally all day. This piece is pretty special. When we lived in Miami, oh goodness, 27 years ago, I was pregnant with Rebecca, and Wendy had turned a dresser into a changing table, and I was like, that's such a great idea. And I found this at like an estate sale in Miami. And it has been with us ever since. I keep all my ribbons and my tags. The kids used to like pretend they were driving cars.
So cute.
And it's pretty beat up, but this piece will never ever leave me. My daughter Hannah painted that with her finger.
She painted this bottom one?
She painted that bottom picture with her finger. And I've always loved it, and I went and had that specially framed. Yeah, so.
I love that.
And then of course, my picture from my friend Wendy. This is called Quarantine. And I really love this because her son and my daughter, they've known each other forever, but they really kind of fell in love during quarantine. And they really connected, and they would spend hours outside talking. That was when you couldn't even like come inside the house, And Wendy painted that during that time, and when she was selling all her artwork, I was like, this is the one that I want. This chair I absolutely love. I found this at an antique store, and this has been hand gilded. I believe it's French. It wasn't cheap, but I don't let anyone sit on it.
I have a chair that nobody sits on.
So favorite piece though in the room is this panel that I found in an antique store in Lambertville. And I just let oil-based paint, it's cracked. He didn't know how old it was, but I absolutely loved it. I don't do a lot of color, but I was like, no, I love muted color.
This room has come together just over the past year and a half, a little bit at a time, and it's just been figuring out how we use it. So every morning we read in this chair. I usually read in the morning, and then Wade reads at night. So the bookshelf is there, and we really do use it every single day. This is usually where we hang out in the evening, with tea or a glass of wine and a little conversation area, but yeah, it's been fun to put together. There's a couple things that I love most about this room, and it's the original limestone fireplace.
This is
and
incredible.
This limestone is from the farm, so that is super special. And then I love the artwork in this room. So we toured this gentleman's home. He was an antique dealer, but more like a hoarder.
Okay.
And it was amazing. We went inside his house and rummaged through his
that's
entire
the
home
dream.
in France, and I got this piece, and so that was really special. This art right here is by a gentleman named Chris Coleman, and I treasure his art. I just feel like it really embodies what I love most, and that's neutrals, but with a little punch of Western. And so I love his artwork.
What I love about your space is like you have the touches of like old, worn, vintage, like beautiful pieces, but then against newer items. Is that something you really like consciously think about when you're designing your home, like wanting to balance that?
Yeah, I think design is just a balance of highs and lows and mixing old with new. And some people love all old and some people love all new. And that's the beauty of design, is that everyone has their own thing that makes them happy and feel at home. But for me, I love that mix. And for me, the background of the home is historical. And so bringing in more modern pieces makes it feel cozy to me. And highs and lows too. I mean, this rug is an Amazon rug, and I have it in almost all my rooms. And the curtains are from Amazon, but then my splurge was my Murano glass chandeliers. And so those are imported from Italy, and that was the splurge, but I was able to do that because I got Amazon curtains and an Amazon rug. So.
This is the living room. Now, when we first saw the house, they had this as just the formal living room. We've kind of made it our family room also, but we also made it into like a combined living room and dining room, just because of the way we've rearranged, which I'll show you later with our kitchen and stuff. But yeah, this space, I felt really just inspired by like the structure and the architecture. I think, you know, old homes, just like the bones, like it's already here, you know, the windows and the placement of the windows. And so just like selecting pieces, whether they're vintage or new for this space, I just wanted it to like really reflect the style, and then also continuing with like the European touch and of course lots and lots of vintage.
Yes. So. I mean, personally, I want you to tell me about this little corner over here because, oh my gosh, I feel like it just is such. Anyways, I'm not going to talk. You just tell me about it.
Okay. Come on over to the corner in this space. So it's fun because our last house was open concept, so I didn't have great corners, you know. So I'm really loving the fact that I have corners in this house and more walls to decorate. You know, and I'm always changing things, so nothing's ever fully permanent. I think this has changed probably 5 times since we've been here, like, you know, a year ago. But this. It's all about the tapestry.
Yes.
So this tapestry, I actually got this on eBay. I knew that a tapestry in this space would just really create that European vibe. I mean, they're very much on trend right now too. So all my favorite designers and design spaces have tapestries, and I'm like, I just felt like this space needed it. It's the colors for me and how they bounce off of like the sofa to here, you know, that angle coming here is just like, they just play so nicely, the turquoise and then that, you know, cognac color. So the next piece would be this lantern, which I think they're mid-century. I don't think they're really old. I have one here and I have one on the wall in the dining room. And I got these from Brimfield last year, right before we moved in. I was like, these feel so like, we call our house the Mountain Chateau. These feel so the Mountain Chateau.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let us know your favorite living room in the comments below. And if you want to see the full home tours, check out the links in the description down below. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.